We hear all the time about how important it is to be physically fit. Our doctor wants to know how often we're exercising, which we always lie about. Our watch is counting our every step and nagging us like, come on, you can get 2,000 more steps, can't you? Even the President of the United States. Anybody nervous about where I'm going with this? Believe me, I'm not going there. 50 years ago, the President of the United States wanted us to be fit. Who here remembers the presidential physical fitness test? Okay, let me hear. What do you remember about it? The sit-ups, the pull-ups. So in my elementary school, the boys had to do pull-ups and the girls had to do, anybody? We had to do the flexed arm hang. So all the kids are sitting crisscross applesauce and you're like shaking and red and sweating and it was just horrible. Anybody remember the sit and reach? Yes? I mean, who knew sitting and reaching could be so hard? But they were all ways to test whether we were physically fit or not. Now, I have to admit, I've always been a bit of a competitive person, mostly with myself. I've always wanted to push myself. I thought if I can reach my toes, I can reach for the ceiling. So much so that when my best friend Nancy basically dared me to do a triathlon, I foolishly said yes. It was 1998. I was 27 years old. And Nancy called me on a Thursday afternoon. And she said, Darcy, I think we should do a triathlon this weekend. No? I would maybe think about doing a triathlon if I had a year to train for it. But this weekend, Nancy, you're supposed to invite me to brunch this weekend, not to a triathlon. Well, she persisted. I mean, Darcy, come on. You know how to swim. You own a mountain bike. You've run marathons before. How hard can it be? Really? How hard can it be? There are multiple Olympic events for each of these, and you want me to do all three together at the same time? She continued, unless, of course, you think that you can't do it. I mean, it is called the Devil's Challenge, but you know, Darcy, if you're not up for the challenge, she knew me so well. And that's where my hubris got the best of me, because I said yes, but only if you buy me lunch afterwards. So I'm curious, who here has done a triathlon before? Okay, let's hear it. Oh my gosh, quite a few of you. Let's hear it for you. Fabulous. And who here has cheered for a triathlon? Thank you. We need you out there. Okay, and who has ever watched a triathlon, like on TV or YouTube? Yes. So you know the giant mistake I had just made. We arrive on Sunday morning at 5 a.m., a mere 4 days after the word triathlon is first even in my vocabulary. And I'm setting up my bike on the racks and looking around going, hey, where do I change out of my swimsuit to put on my bike shorts? What do you mean I don't change? I do the same, I wear the same outfit for all three. Oh my God. So I walk down to the lake and I see, like, everybody's wearing a wetsuit. Am I supposed to have a wetsuit? And how do you bike in a wetsuit? Well, before I could process anything, the gun goes off and 100 women in my age group of 25 to 29-year-olds all go running into the lake at the exact same time. I'm getting hit and kicked and swum all over. I can't see where I'm going because I don't know if you know this, but they don't have a blue line in the lake like they do in the pool. Oh my gosh, so somehow I managed to finish the swim. I mean, basically doing the doggy paddle. And I hop on my bike, and it's hilly, super hilly. I think that was the devil part of the challenge. Have any of you all been to Devil's Lake? Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you know the hills I'm talking about. They were so steep that I had to get off my mountain bike and walk up them. I mean, you could see the pain on my face. The only reason I didn't quit and take the SAG vehicle back is because there were a lot of people out cheering, and I was just too embarrassed, to be honest. So I get to the run. Honestly, let's call it like it is. I'm running, but I'm going slower than if I'm actually walking. Anybody know what I'm talking about? And the whole time, all I could think about was the red velvet waffle with cream cheese frosting that I should have been having at brunch instead. So I finish the race, and I'm pretty certain I came in last place because the announcer was yelling in the loudspeaker, "Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Ed, the oldest participant in today's race at 78. I was behind him. It was hard, like wicked hard. But it was hard because I hadn't trained. I wasn't prepared. However, I loved the whole experience. I love the energy of being around people who were choosing fitness. And I was hooked. And I thought, I can do better. I need to do this again. So I hired a triathlon coach. I joined a multi-sport team. I did a master's swim class. I bought a wetsuit and a road bike. And you probably aren't surprised to hear that I did get better. As a matter of fact, this past September, 26 years later, I did that same Devil's Challenge race. And it was fun and easy. Okay, come on, it was not easy. But it was way easier than the first time I did it. And I was faster. Do you think they shortened the course? Got rid of all the hills? No. It was fun and easier because I had trained. I was prepared. As a matter of fact, I was shocked to find out that I won my age category. Yes! Okay, settle down. By the time you get to the age 50 to 54 category, there were only 4 women. But hey, I'll take it. So what's the moral of the story? Well, when you're physically fit, all movements are easier. And not just big, hard movements like a triathlon, small movements, everyday movements, like taking the stairs when the elevator's out, or even just putting your own suitcase up into the bin. Let me clarify. It's not that anything's actually easier, it's that you get stronger. And so it feels easier. Similarly, when you're thoughtfully fit, your life feels easier. So yeah, of course, you're still going to have challenges and difficult people that you have to navigate, but you're more intentional. You're more thoughtful in how you handle those challenges. Because here's what we know, and I see it over and over again when I'm coaching. When we're not thoughtful, and frankly in my own life, when we're not thoughtful, we do things we later regret. We overreact. We snap at people. We say yes when we mean no. We miss opportunities to connect more deeply with others. We mindlessly eat a whole pint of Rocky Road. It's not just me, I'm thinking from the laughter. And then these all become new challenges that we have to deal with. So when you're thoughtfully fit, your challenges feel easier because you've trained for them. So you're stronger. Being thoughtfully fit is the mental counterpart to being physically fit. It's about training your brain to handle those challenges thoughtfully. And when you train consistently, you get better results. instead of regrets. So let's start training. Not just for the triathlon of life, but for the obstacle course of challenges that will inevitably continue to come our way. Because when you're thoughtfully fit, it's not just about crossing the finish line. It's about how you navigate the journey. Thank you.